Guidiers, and welcome to my channel. As always, I am very happy and grateful that you've chose to spend your time with me, and supporting my channel is very easy. You can like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, or click on the notification bell of when you would like to be notified of when a new video comes out. And I hope that you are all doing well, but if not, I do hope things will get better for you soon. But in the meantime, join me in meeting Herbana Witch Oracle. And it was created by Cecilia, Lattari, and illustrated by Alice Guidi. I hope I said that right. And it was published by US Game Systems and released August 16th of 2024, so it is a pretty recent deck, and at that time it retailed for $23.95. And Cecilia has other decks: Mystical Forest Tarot, the Zodiac Tarot, Woodland Fairy Tale Tarot, the Secret Oracle of the Green Witch, Modern Goddess Tarot, Rebel Witches Tarot, and Witches Rune Kit. I couldn't find anything else on Alice, so this I'm assuming is her first deck. So the box itself is a 5.35, height across is 3.34, and width is 1.33, and it has thumb indents. And unfortunately, the title is only on the sides of the deck and not on the top or the bottom like I wish, because I like to stack mine, with this showing, so I know it will show me the title of the deck, because I have so many decks I don't recognize them all. The back of the deck, you have some teaser cards, and it says, wise, intuitive, and in harmony with nature. The Green Witch, Herbana, is the goddess of the earth element. She is deeply attuned to the forest mysteries. Her magic is intrinsically woven with the wild essence of herbs, flowers, and animals, guided by the ancient language of nature. This 50-card oracle deck transports you to the magical forest, inviting you to observe and immerse yourself in your surroundings. Use the 64-page full-color illustrated guidebook to explore this realm and receive the insight it offers. And I also purchased her Herbana Witch, A Year in the Forest, and we will go through this book after we go through the deck, because you can use both of them, which was nice when I found that. When I looked through the book, I was like, oh, nice. And we got some nice illustrations on the inside, and here is the guidebook, and we will explore that. Beautiful owl. And it doesn't have a ribbon, so you'll have to pop out the cards. And then we have some more illustrations. And reversals will be revealed if you use reversals in oracles. Some people do, some people don't. All right, so the cards themselves, a little bit bigger than your Rider-Waite, and they are 5 inches height across, 3 inches, and the deck is about 1 inch in width. So let's go ahead and look at these lovely cards, lovely illustrated. crazy about the cardstock. I mean, I don't know. There's just something about it that, I mean, it's okay. It is flexi bendy, but I don't know. I could see it like, how it would kind of like come apart or something like that. I don't know. It may or may not. I don't know. I might just be worried about nothing. I don't know. But yeah, the cardstock, I'm just not a fan of the cardstock material. Okay, so let's look at this guidebook. Okay, so we have a nice table of contents, and it unfortunately is not alphabetized. And I don't understand the overuse of the in the titles. Yeah, that's one thing I was looking through when I was looking through the cards when I first got them. I was like, what? Why is the used so much? But let's get back to the guidebook. So we have a year in the forest. And this just kind of introduces you to the background of the deck and tells you a little bit about it. And it was inspired by the Herbana witch. And just talks a little bit about it, and you can pause that and read that at your leisure. And then how to use this deck. I do read these sections, but it is what it boils down to is just suggestions, because there's not a person that I don't know that doesn't spend time with a new deck. I mean, I imagine that if you're like me, once you get the deck in your greedy little hands, you're opening it up and flipping through it. And then when you get it home and you have time, you'll take it out of the box and you will dive more deeply into the deck and look the cards over slowly that way. So I still read that part. Okay, so then we have the cards with the illustrated picture and the title, and then the meaning of the card. And that's pretty much there's some meaning behind it. It's intertwined with the illustration explanation, so it's not really a deep explanation meaning. So it's kind of lacking a little bit in that, but basically that's all it is. It's just and there are no spreads in here. And then that's it. It's a very short and sweet guidebook. Okay, so shuffling, because they're so long, might choose to be a little difficult for people who have little wee hands or have physical limitations. I mean, I have medium-sized hands, and it's kind of hard for me to shuffle, but you can rifle shuffle. You can overhand shuffle. I don't know about side shuffling. Might not be able to do much. If you can, I don't know. Or you can cut the deck up, split it up, and kind of do gathering of it, or you can do a spread like that on your table and pick it, or you can just spread them all over the table. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what message wants to come up, and I can read you the guidebook. Okay, the goddess Demeter. Okay, so let's go into page 48. Okay. Oh, yeah, another thing about the guidebook is it's really stiff. As the deity of fertility, harvest, and plenty, Demeter has etched her narrative into the life cycle of wheat seed, her emblem. It is said that her daughter, Persephone, spent 6 months underground as the wife of Hades and 6 months on earth alongside her mother. This tale mirrors the perpetual cycle of the seed, which appears lifeless beneath the dark soil for a time, only to burst forth into new life come spring. The message for you: be like a seed, abide patiently in the dark soil, and when your time arrives, flourish. Yeah. Like I said, it's not really given a lot of message to it. So, all right. So, if all you wanted to see was the cards, you can go ahead and click off the video, as I am going to be going through the Herbana Witch book that I got this through Amazon. It was on sale at that time, but if all you wanted to see was the cards, like I said, go ahead and click off. Thank you for spending your time with me, and I hope to see you with another video. But take care and goodbye, my dear. But if you're interested in seeing what the book is about, because Amazon will give you some idea of what the book is about, and unfortunately my camera is kind of too low, so I will try my best to get the book in view. So this can be used for all year round, and as you can see, it's separated into the different seasons, and it has some of the cards in the book, and then we go on to introducing you to Herbana, and what does it mean to be an Herbana witch, and then we go into what is an Herbana witch. So it goes into a little bit of background about the witch and following the path of the herbs. And then we have another one of the cards. And talks about the wild boar. And then we have the edge. And this was a place that lies between the village and the forest, is not quite wild, but not quite ordinary. And this was basically where the wise woman would take up residence. And then talks about the land and the tools of the witch. And then we go into winter. So we have the bark card. And I think that was the holly. And then we have the forest and winter. And just talks about the herbs the beeches, the maples, the birches, the evergreen firs, the holly, and things that you can do during the winter, which is good. And then we have the different cards in the deck with the winter. Yeah, it would take me too long to separate them out. So we have the winter trees and plants, and the scientific name, the scientific names for them, and goes into a deeper background on each of them. And then we have a recipe for acorn bread, a secret recipe, and what to do in the winter. And a recipe for a wet respiratory balm. You also have your winter incense for what to do in the winter, natural candles, make some candles, snow oil, and pine cone syrup. And then we have the animal associated with the wolf, or with the winter. And then goes into a little bit of background of the wolf and the Herbana's witch message, which is to rest. And then we go into spring and talks about the sprout. And then what happens during spring. And then the trees and the plants of the spring. Apple tree, primrose, birch, violet, nettle. And then we have a secret recipe with bread with sprouts and seeds. And what you can do during the spring. And you've got all of your stuff over there. Contacting the fairies. And more things that you can do. And the hair is associated with the spring. Gives you a little background on the animal. And the message here. And then we have summer. And then we have fruit. And the forest in summer. And this summer trees and plants. And goes into the background a little bit more on each one. And honey bread, secret recipe, and what you can do during the summer. You can make some oils, flour vinegar, natural soap, watercolor, plant-based dyes, runes with river stones, and the animal associated with the summer, the lizard. And the witch's message for the time is nurture. And then we have autumn and root and what goes on in the forest in the autumn. And the autumn trees and plants. Dog rose, elderberry, chestnuts, service tree, chestnut flour bread. Maybe your secret recipe. And what to do in the autumn. Honey syrup, plant-based ink, preserve herbs, kefir, and sourdough. and the animal that is associated. And the message is collect. And then you've got your notes and the bibliography. So this is something that you could do throughout the whole year. It's good if you want to basically use the cards with the book, and you can sort them out, and good for journaling. You really don't need the book for the cards. If you want deeper meanings of the cards, then I would suggest you could buy the book, but it's totally up to you on if you want to purchase the book as well as the cards. But I just wanted to give you a little insight into the book. So if you want to purchase it together at Amazon, feel free. It's a lovely little book. And if you wanted to familiarize yourself with the herbal path, this is a good way to start as well. Gives you some guidance. But if you purchased both of these, or just the deck, or just the book, let me know how you are working with it, and if you recommend it or not. Pros and cons, I'm always interested in hearing about those. And if you bought it after seeing my video, I would love to hear about that too. If it's not your thing and after the video you just passed it up, that's fine too. Always interested in hearing other people's viewpoints. But once again, thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I hope that you will join me with another video. But until next time, take care and goodbye, my dears.